Normally for mid to late July, we should be baking in the summer heat, or at least have temperatures in the lower 90s, about 90, 91 degrees. But our July has been anything but normal due to a lot of rain and quite a bit of systems rolling through. We had to make do with highs for most days in the upper 80s. It's warm, but not overly hot and humid. Now, it's the same case yesterday with highs in the mid 80s and highs today once again right around the mid 80s after a mild start in the 60s this morning. There is a change on the way, though. I'm tracking a few more warm days, very warm days with upper 80s for the next few days, even though there's just a slight chance we could see a stray thunderstorm or a very slight thunderstorm chance this Thursday and early next week. The big weather story down the road, the return of the summer heat. We're talking about 90s and quite a bit of those returning as we go into the extended stretch of the forecast. 7th range line, though, a haze to the sky, but we're looking quiet from the east side of the city. 83 in Joplin. Feels like 84, not much warmer thanks to dew points, at least staying in check right around 63 degrees. Most of us are either near 80, near Table Rock, to about the mid 80s in our western counties. Everybody else right around 83 degrees. But you factor in the dew points, again, dew points that are not running very high, mid 60s, so it might feel a little sticky outside, but we could certainly be a lot worse. So we're not dealing with dew points in the 70s, thankfully, but just enough humidity to make it feel like a degree or two warmer for the effect against your skin. But in general, we're looking okay for this evening. Any cloud cover we had to start the evening out will fade away after sunset. We'll drop back into the lower 70s by about 10 o'clock, and eventually most of us in the mid 60s to start your Wednesday morning out. In general, we're sitting quiet across the four-state region and much of the Central Plains. The bigger picture at the surface shows high pressure just north of us, strong enough to keep us quiet for tonight and for tomorrow as we get into the middle of the work week. Big frontal systems to the north and south. That's where the big rain chances are staying. And the reason why we're seeing a bit of a haze in the sky this evening, all the wildfires out across southwestern Canada and the northwestern U.S., the smoke is just tall enough to get caught in the jet stream, and some of that heading our way. That's the only big weather story in the short term, other than the upper low still trying to keep the summer heat off to the west. But that's going to start building back in pretty soon. Thankfully, it's not tonight and not tomorrow. We keep the summer heat to the west once again, which means temperatures tonight will drop back eventually into the mid 60s. Most of us right around 66. Mostly clear skies in the morning with a light east breeze at 5 to 10. But that breeze becomes a little more milder, pumping in some more warmer air. 83 by noon. We'll push afternoon highs for most of us right around 88 degrees. Then the bigger picture. Thursday, a weak wave's going to try to ride along the returning jet stream. That could maybe bring a few isolated storms, but most of us will stay dry for Thursday. But look at the weekend. Even with a few weaknesses in the ridge that could try to bring a few storms Sunday and Monday of next week, this is the returning ridge, and that is the return of the summer heat and humidity. We'll definitely feel it by early next week. 88 tomorrow, 89 Thursday, lower 90s Friday and Saturday. And even with the slightest of the rain chances now, that will not stop us from pushing mid 90s by early next week.
We knew it would be here eventually.
Yeah.
It is July.
Summer's not done yet.
Thanks, Nick.